Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kyra and today I am bringing to you another installment in my top 5 series. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Or if you are new to this series, this is the third installment in my top 5 series in which I bring to you top 5. Top 5 whatever. Top 5 in any category. Just whatever strikes my fancy. These are supposed to be shorter and sweeter videos, so let's go ahead and get into it. Today we're talking about my top 5 drugstore products. And this was way harder than I thought it was going to be. When I was preparing this video, it actually took me darn near close to an hour to make a decision. I have so many drugstore products in my collection that I absolutely love, that I find superior to high-end products, and I'm bringing to you some of those today. So the first product is this Revlon PhotoReady Candid Concealer. This is the regular. I have 027 Biscuit for shade, and I just love this concealer. It's really hard to see, but it has this kind of curved but fat, wide doe foot, and I just love it. There, you should be able to see it. I love the doe foot, but this is a very creamy but lightweight formula in my opinion, and it doesn't dry out my under eye. And it was really funny because I had just done my ranking my concealers video, because I went ape in 2019 in buying concealers after my no buy was over. I just felt like I had never found that perfect holy grail goat's concealer. And I did that video, which I will link below for you, and then Kelly recommended this one. I purchased it and it blew all of the other ones out of the water. So this is definitely a favorite. I have to force myself to use my other concealers or kind of rotate through them. They're all good concealers or I wouldn't use them, but this is the best. Next is one that absolutely will not be a surprise to you, because I have been rambling about this product for weeks and months. And that is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronze It. I love this. I had this in my Shop My Stash in January, and I put it away and I pulled out some new bronzers to cycle through, and I missed this one terribly. It's the one I'm wearing today. It is a luminous bronzer. It has, I mean, it's definitely got warmth to it, but it also definitely, in my opinion, has kind of a cool undertone to it. And because of that, it's very forgiving on a lot of skin tones, in my opinion, as well as I've mentioned before, this is like the fixer of bronzers. If I had a patchy bronzer on today, I would demonstrate. But like, if you ever have like patchy looking bronzer or the color just isn't right, this is in the shade Light. Poor YouTuber. But this will fix it. It absolutely will. It just looks so natural. I look really shiny because of the studio lighting and the settings on my phone, but this is just luminous. It's like a satin bronzer, not a shimmery bronzer. There's not a speck of micro glitter in here, or at least that will go on your face. I just can't recommend this enough. It really doesn't show because you guys can see the entire pattern, but I have definitely made, there you can kind of see, I've definitely made a dip in this, and I kind of feel like cheating on my Shop My Stash bronzers and just continuing to use this one. I'm also really tempted to buy a backup in case L'Oreal would discontinue this, because, and I'm not in the habit of buying backups, but if this ever got discontinued, I would be so sad. So highly recommend that. And then keeping on with the face, these are the e.l.f. Primer Infused Blush. I am wearing this one today. This one is always rosy, and then this one is always cheeky. And this one looks very, very light, and it will also look light in the swatch. You can see there, but It is so, so pretty. Yeah, you can't even see it on my hand. But this just gives the most healthy little tiny bit of a peachy flush to the cheeks. For some odd reason, this is a lot softer than this one, probably because it has less pigment. I don't know, but this one is definitely a star for me. It's classic dusty rose. It's just really beautiful. This one does not have kick up, so like I said, that's really confusing to me. But these are every bit as good, in my opinion, as the Buxom Primer Infused Blush, which I have tried. These stay on the skin all day for me. They stay present. They blend beautifully. They build beautifully. And I don't know why I haven't had these out more, other than I'm a crazy woman and I continue to buy stuff. So I highly recommend these. These are very inexpensive. Of course, I'll have all the info on the screen for you. There are two other shades. The one that I'd be interested in adding to this little collection here would be like the reddish corally one. Emily Noel has it, and it is a beautiful one, but it is pigmented, so it's a little scary. All right, let's do eyeshadow and then lips. So call me a cheater, but you guys get a 2-for-1 in the eyeshadow department because I love these e.l.f. 18 pan palettes. Right? 18? Yeah, 6 times 3. Ooh. So anywho, this is a classic fave. I've talked about this quite a bit on my channel before. It's the new classics. This is a phenomenal formula. Every bit as good as a lot of my higher end shadows. This is an absolute gem at the drugstore. So as you can see here, I mean, look at these. I've got a beautiful dusty rose, this greenish gold shade, and like a rusty bronze. Oh, they're so pretty. They last on my eyes all day long, just like my higher end shadows. Like I said, I particularly love this palette because you have a mixture, you know, you have your cool tones, you have your warm tones, and then in terms of shimmers, you have the same. You have darker and lighter and mid-tone. This palette really has it all if you are a neutral lover or aware of neutral shadows. This would be the first palette I would send somebody to that was newer in makeup, which is why I do use it for demonstrations in my The Art of Makeup Color Made Easy series. And actually we did use this in Monday's video, in which we learned how to build a gradient and blend our eyeshadows. So there's that one. But I also did, I don't think it was 7 looks, but I did quite a few looks with the e.l.f. Earth and Ocean palette. When I saw this color story, I just had to have it. Green, yellow, blue. These are the, like, my favorite colors of eyeshadow to wear. They just are. These are a few of these are a little more chunky, and then I didn't swatch them matte. But you've got this little turquoise, which is this one right here. You've got, this one is a duochrome, which is this one right here. Yeah, you can kind of tell there that that's a duochrome. And then this one right here is this like silvery chunky. It's kind of like a glitter. I don't know. It's kind of like a glitter. Anyways, it's just gorgeous. And I love that e.l.f. is doing different textures in this palette here. You definitely have a few staple neutral shades with which to stand on, so then you can go in and experiment with a few colors here. So I just think that's really cool. I love this shade right here called Sun Yourself. It's like a light yellow shimmer, and it's just gorgeous. All right, and last but not least, I'm bringing to you a line of lipsticks that I've absolutely fallen in love with. I've mentioned them before, but I'll mention them here again today, and that is these Maybelline SuperStay ink crayons. It's really convenient. They have these little sharpeners on the end here, so that if you want to have a more precision tip with the crayon, you can do that. I have 4 shades here. This one my daughter bought for me. The other three I purchased myself. The first one that I purchased, okay, we're gonna have to swatch left-handed. The first one, which is this beautiful sort of pinky nude, is called Lead the Way. These are gonna be terrible swatches because I am not left-handed. And then we have this very 90s brownie nude shade, very deep, called Live on the Edge. I'm so not left-handed. The struggle is real. That's all right. We don't have to be perfect for YouTube. We don't have to be perfect for YouTube. This beautiful plum that I wore in a video recently, and it's just, every time I wear it, I'm reminded just how much I love this color, and it's called Accept a Dare. And last but not least, the red one that my baby girl bought for me is called Own Your Empire. It's a beautiful blue-based red. So here are the shades. Very, very pretty. But the thing I like about these is these are kind of like a liquid lipstick in a crayon. These are very, very long lasting, and when I want to wear a bold lip, I want to make sure that that is not going to be sneaking outside of my lip line, and with these, I do not worry whatsoever. You may have to reapply if you're drinking a lot through a straw like I do, or of course if you've had a meal or snack, but they do reapply really beautifully over itself, unlike a lot of liquid lipsticks. Woo! Apparently I've been filming too long. So I do really love these. They do have like a slight vanilla-y Play-Doh scent, but it's very slight, but I do want to call that out in case that's bothersome to you. So I would love to have all the colors of this, but I'm going to enjoy the 4 I have for now. And those are the top 5 products from the drugstore that I am just loving on and felt like you had to know. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up. That really helps me out here in BeauTube land. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you would consider subscribing before you leave. And with all of that said, stay tuned for the next top 5 video, which will be my top 5 high-end products, not luxury. And I will see you in my next video real soon.